Hello everyone, my name is Tom and brilliant. He's going to introduce himself in a minute. He's having a Capri Sun, apparently.
And I'm Ed.
Brilliant. Okay.
Fantastic.
Well played. So this is our first podcast.
The pilot, if you will.
The pilot. I love that. If you
will.
That's a cheeky one.
It was.
As you can probably tell, we are complete and utter amateurs at this. We honestly have no idea what we're doing. Wow. Already there's abuse. We're 40 seconds into this recording and there's already abuse flying.
You know I love you.
Yeah, excellent. So this is going to be uploaded to our YouTube, I believe.
We should be.
Should be.
YouTube and possibly iTunes.
Yes, if it goes down well enough, possibly iTunes.
This episode will primarily just be...
Yes, to get a bit of a feedback, cheeky feedback.
Backfeed.
I don't want a backfeed, that's a bit weird.
Sounds a bit... Hit it! Just like shoving a Snickers into your back.
What?
Backfeed. Feeding the back. Oh.
Why is it Snickers?
That's the first thing that came to my head.
That's just weird. Anyway, what's our YouTube called, Edward?
I think we're just gonna literally go with Caveman and Fuzz.
I think it's gonna be Caveman and Fuzz. For reference, Tom here. I'm Caveman, as I have been named for many years now.
Generations.
Absolute generations. What you don't know is I'm actually 97 years old.
It is a name that's been passed down through generations. It belonged to my father and the father before him, and so on and so forth.
I love how you got bored after 2. That was...
Yeah.
So you are Fuzz. Well, I think we've already
established that. If you're one, I assume I am the t'other.
Excellent. So yeah, you are Fuzz. We basically, why have we decided to do this?
Because we're bored.
Pretty much.
But no, I think it's more of a kind of...
Why are we doing this?
Because we can.
Yeah, that was literally the only thing I could think of. Okay, so this first episode.
I think today we'll just focus on kind of the games we're enjoying, what we're looking forward to.
Yeah.
And just gaming in general, like our taste, if you will.
Taste.
If you will.
If you will, sir.
If perchance.
So, before we came to record this episode, what website did we go on?
It was a website for... it was definitely a website. Well, was it?
Wow.
It was a website for a game that's being released at some point.
Game Radar.
That's it, Game Radar.
Game Radar's top 100 games that people are looking forward to in 2014. So we were sort of looking for things to do for this podcast. You know, a cheeky intro and then moving on to some other stuff.
Yeah.
And we sort of went on this website and we perused. I think is the correct term.
At a butcher's.
We did, indeed. At the top 100 games that people are most, or Game Radar people, I guess, are most looking forward to in 2014. Some of them have already come out.
Some of which are a bit lower than they should be.
Absolutely. Yeah, that was a little bit worrying. So, I think we'll start there, actually. First one we clicked on, number 100, Halo 5.
Yeah, the least anticipated out of all 100, Halo 5, or possibly the Halo 2 remake.
Now, both of these...
I'm looking forward to both.
They'd be in my top 10. They would be in my top 10.
Be in my top 5. Like, me being the Halo fan I am, following it since the beginning, I'm always looking forward to the next installment.
Yeah.
And I don't know, it's just the fact that, how is that not one of the most anticipated games, considering it is one of the biggest Xbox games? It's one of those ones that everyone knows, everyone's at least tried at some point.
Yeah, I think the only reason it may have been quite low down on the list is that it's now looking like Halo 5 is possibly going to be a 2015 thing, and it's going to be Halo 2, the remake, that's going to be a 2014 thing.
Yeah, I was going to say, like, talking about that, I was going to say that maybe the reason it's so low is not the fact that it's Halo 5, but the uncertainty of whether it is Halo 5 or a remake.
Yeah. Yeah, I think when people know more, people start to get a bit more excited.
Oh, yeah.
It'll build up hype for it. But it's not going to be till the end of the year anyway.
Oh, no, it's either going to be late, like, 14, like, mid-15, somewhere around there. I wouldn't expect it anytime soon.
So how did you get into the Halo series? What was your...
Halo, I actually bought the first Xbox just after, well, I didn't, my parents did, I was a little kid. And yeah, I just
It's got this image of you, like a tiny you, going and carrying this massive Xbox. Like, "I buy this, please."
fuck off.
Yeah, pretty much. That is exactly how that would have gone. Do you have multiple hundreds of pounds?
No.
No. No.
No.
Wow, your voice has dramatically changed in those 30 seconds.
No. Shit. Any crap. No. So yeah, but no, back to the point. Like, yeah, I had the original Xbox as a present from my parents. And from there, one of the games I got was the original Halo. And yeah, I put it in, and being a little kid, I've been doing music since I was 4 years old. So I started playing piano, and then slowly progressed doing violin and all that kind of stuff, like building up a repertoire, if you will.
Yeah.
If you will.
If you will.
But basically, yeah, I put Halo in, and being the musician I was, or not really a musician at that point, but the music lover that I was, the music of it just dragged me in. And from there, I just fell in love with the game, the music, and I just wanted more. The story was incredible, the score and the soundtrack was incredible. The gameplay was fun. Like, for a little kid going around just shooting aliens.
Yeah, I think that is a lot of little kids.
It's pretty satisfying. But then on top of that, having this incredible soundtrack and story that just grips you. I think just Halo is one of those games that caught me from the get-go.
Yeah, I think that's both of us. I mean, we're actually taking a break to this podcast in the middle of a Halo 4 marathon.
Yeah.
We're going to try and play through the entire game. Now, I've played every other Halo game, but I haven't yet had the opportunity to play Halo 4. So you're sort of taking me through it. We both like a bit of Halo. Moving on, we were going through this list, and we picked out the games that I think most intrigued us. The games
I
that
think it's not
us
just intrigued, it's ones that everyone will know. Like, even if we haven't played them ourselves, they're ones that we can know the backstory because they've been around for ages. Like, if we start looking at our list, Legend of Zelda.
Absolutely.
I've got the original NES copies, like the golden NES cartridge, and then the ones for the SNES and everything. And seeing how much it's evolved is crazy.
Oh, if you look at the graphics for The Legend of Zelda now, I mean,
Yeah.
you compare them to the NES and you compare how much you could do. I think the only game that I've actually really looked at and it's really interested me has been Zombie U.
That was quite interesting.
That was sort of a standalone thing.
Yeah, I haven't played that yet. I haven't played the Wii U at all.
I've had a dabble.
Dabble.
Cheeky dabble.
A wee dabble.
A wee dabble.
A wee dabble.
Brilliant.
Fantastic. But no, I haven't touched the Wii U. I'm treating it like the plague.
Oh yeah, well, fair enough.
Not because I'm one of those generic guys that's like, it's gonna be shit because it's the Wii. It's nothing to do with that. It's more the fact that there's nothing on it that I want to play. The only game coming out on Wii U that I really want to play is the Super Smash Bros. The new one.
I've never really played many of the Super Smash Bros.
I'm a big fan of it, and I'm really looking forward to the new one. And that's the only Wii U game I want to get. But I don't need to, because it's also coming out on 3DS.
It is indeed coming out on 3DS, and I think that's going to be a lot more popular.
Yeah.
Which Super Smash Bros. Came out before this one? Was it the one on the Wii?
I believe it. Well, yeah, the Wii.
So a big feature of that was online multiplayer.
Yeah.
You could hook up with people anywhere. I think with the 3DS, with its roaming capabilities.
Yeah, that would be incredible.
That's going to be a big thing.
Oh yeah.
I mean, you think how big the new Mario Kart game was when they had you could compete with people all over the world.
Oh yeah.
That was huge.
That was
I mean,
insane.
multiplayer gaming is getting bigger. Having a storyline is great and having a solo campaign is great, but it's very rare these days that you won't get a game that focuses heavily on the multiplayer.
But it's not just that. It's not the fact that multiplayer is getting more popular. It's the fact that multiplayer is getting bigger as a whole. It's just always going to keep growing, I think.
I think so. Yeah, I mean, speaking of multiplayer, obviously, The Elder Scrolls Online. It's in beta. It's still in beta at the moment, isn't it?
I'm not sure what to think about this.
We both applied for a beta key, both got rejected. So neither of us have actually played it
You
yet.
can imagine why.
Yeah. But yeah, Elder Scrolls Online. So you've got the entire Elder Scrolls universe. Now, there's been 5 games. Arena, you had Hammerfall. Arena obviously wasn't a roaming. It was more of
but
a
it's still
first-person battle game.
Yeah,
I
but
guess.
still it counts.
Yeah, you had Hammerfall.
Morrowind.
Then you had Oblivion. Then you had
Skyrim. And now online.
Yeah, I mean Skyrim. Oh my god, what a game!
First of all, you've got the graphics.
They were in another.
Gorgeous. They're That's in a whole league of its own.
Yeah, absolutely. I mean, my playtime on that game is easily, I think it's around 200 hours.
Oh, mine's that plus. I easily, like, without doubt. If I go onto my Skyrim, I'll probably be playing the same, like 200 or more hours, just non-stop. Well,
Well, not non-stop.
no, but
Yeah, we do have other lives. Not much of other lives,
No.
but occasionally we go outside.
it burns it.
It does. Especially in bright sunlight. You know, we like to go out when it's a bit cloudy, a little bit rainy. And it saves our skin.
Dull and dreary,
Pretty much.
like vampires, but not the sparkling kind.
No.
Well-
I have to say, I think now we're going to have a rule on this. If we ever mention sparkly vampires, the person's going to
Like that.
Brilliant. So, going from there,
But no,
Elder
yeah,
Scrolls
sorry.
Online.
Elder Scrolls Online. The pros and cons at the moment. Pros being it's Elder Scrolls Online.
Yeah, it's good.
I mean,
Either way, as long as they don't mess it up too badly, the concept just works.
yeah, it's fantastic. It's the fact that you've got this great game that everyone loves. The whole RPG aspect of building your character, your skills, the roaming, massive free roam, like the
The
open
world is going to be huge.
But the thing that's kind of putting me off is the monthly fee.
I think there should be a free-to-play option.
Less perks.
Yeah, I mean that's every MMO in the world has that. You know?
Yeah, so if they got, say, the game, you buy the game and you can go online with Xbox Live or PlayStation Network.
Yeah.
But if you want, say, expansions or a higher level tier, so instead of, like, take Old Republic as an example, instead of capping at 50, you can go to 55,
Yeah.
or so on and so forth. You get that additional boost,
I think
more
that would
adventure.
entice more people, because obviously with it just
It's like
being
free to
subscribed.
play and subscriber as two separate things,
Yeah.
which would benefit a lot of people because then you have the choice. For those who want to play the game with their friends but not subscribe to the high costs and the extras, who
I think-
just want to play the game for the story.
I think it's going to be especially Xbox members as well, because obviously Xbox Live, it costs money.
Yeah.
You know, we are unfortunately both Xbox members.
You buy the game, pay for the fucking Xbox Live,
Yeah.
and then a monthly fee on top of that.
It's not looking too attractive.
The game itself,
Oh no, the game itself, don't get me wrong, is looking phenomenal.
it's looking
You
beautiful.
know, I've watched pretty much all the beta footage I can of it.
Yeah,
I've seen a lot.
I'm all over it. I want it.
Yeah, it
But
does
I'm just
look-
not keen on the whole monthly fee and a high price cost all in one go. I think there should be the two separate tiers kind of thing, like free to play and subscriber.
Yeah. I think-
But you only
yeah,
subscribe if you want the perks, like the extras.
Yes, absolutely.
But yeah, no, it's going to be a good game. I'm really looking forward to
Yeah, so am I. I mean, I'm absolutely gutted. I didn't get basically.
it. Yeah, it would have been lovely.
It would. I mean, I've got a couple of friends who've got one. I know you've had a couple of friends who've got
Yeah.
one as well. But all of my friends have just said,
I remember one of my friends actually got two and put a Facebook status up giving one away, just saying like, hey, I got a spare base key if anyone wants it. Within like 5 seconds of it being up, it was gone.
oh,
Like everyone was just like, take it, I'll take it, mine. Like, damn it! Yeah,
that is pretty crazy.
yeah. Everyone wanted one.
It was one of the most sought after sort of gaming items
No,
at the time.
definitely.
Anyway, moving on. What else have we got on here?
Sorry, I'm just a
Yeah.
bit down now.
I know, missed out on a basic key.
I want to play Elder Scrolls Online.
It would be nice.
Oh well. Right, next one.
Indeed.
Well, while we're on the subject of Xboxes, why don't we do a couple of Xbox games?
Sure thing.
I'm looking at the list here. I'm looking at Project Spark, which I'm thinking is going to be incredible.
No, I haven't really read up on this. What is the sort of
During
story for this?
during the E3 convention, when they were showing off the Xbox One and all the games you can expect for it, they showed the first game they showed was Project Spark, where you go into this game and it's literally just a flat surface, and you can choose the kind of terrain you want, what day you want it to be, the time of day. You can add more forestation or take away hills. You can shape it, mold it, and make it your own. With that, you then can choose a starting place where you want your village to be on this map. And then you can just build your own story and your own game. And then once you've created your story and game, you can then kind of send it off or submit it, or kind of like Halo 4 does with file share.
Yeah.
You can upload it and others can download and play your game or mission that you've created.
Oh, okay.
And there's so many possibilities with it. In fact, what I'll do for you and also the people listening, I'll put the link in the description of the video so anyone can check the video of Project Spark, because it does look incredible, and it's one of those games that any age can enjoy and everyone can have fun with. You just build your own game and enjoy the world you're in. It's a lot of fun.
I mean, the concept of that does sound amazing, because however many people play it, thousands upon thousands, tens of thousands of people, you're going to get so many combinations of different things.
Oh yeah, it's like being a professional game designer without all the coding and effort. It's all there for you, you just have to put it all together.
And you have to think, there are obviously going to be some absolute shockers.
Oh yeah.
There's going to be no escaping that. It's like playing Happy Wheels and you get awful levels.
No.
The levels that don't work, or the levels that just
It's terrible.
control you.
Yeah.
But
at the same time, you've got to be hopeful for those that are gonna kind of make the games that everyone's gonna love. There's always gonna be, as you said, the positives and the negatives. There's gonna be both. But yeah, either way, it's gonna be good. Like, it's always worth a try, and you can make your own. And
definitely.
it's definitely gonna be a good game.
While we're talking about putting links in the description, one link that we have to put in.
Evolve?
Yeah. Now, me and Ed, we watched this video.
This is the first time I've seen it.
It was, me too. We completely stumbled upon it by chance, didn't we?
Where did we find it?
We were on Facebook. Someone.
That's right, it was a
posted
gaming page that
It
posted
was.
it.
Now, this game, for any of you who don't know it, you've think Left 4 Dead, sort of. They're calling it like Left 4 Dead meets a hunting game meets aliens. I mean, it looks phenomenal. Let's start the graphics.
Well,
me and you looked at it.
Skyrim's gone out the window.
It has. We were talking about earlier about how good the Skyrim graphics were. They are nothing in comparison.
No. This is just, okay, I say realistic with the loosest of terms because it's aliens and fake terrain, but it just looks so real.
It does.
It looks like you could literally just reach in there and slap that monster across the face and feel that shit.
I would not want to slap that monster. We saw what he was doing to those
What were they
professionals.
called? He was a, began with G, he was
The Goliath.
Goliath, that's it, yeah.
So there's basically the premise is one player will play as the monster, the Goliath.
And five players?
Yeah, 5 players. Well, I think you can have up to 5.
Well, I'm assuming so. Unless it just drags others in from other games or
Maybe
people who are searching for a lobby or something.
Yeah. Now, I'm not sure if this game is going to have a single player mode.
I'm assuming it would.
I would assume so, because it's not just a PC MMO. It is a console game.
How I think that would work is what I'm hoping would work for single player, you would have 2 different options. You'd have the monster side playing as the Goliath.
So you can do a campaign on the monster side and the campaign on the human side.
So if you played as the Goliath, you'd be escaping the hunters and keeping away from them while trying to feed and evolve and progress to the next level. Whereas if you're the hunters, I think you'd play as one member of a 4-man team with the option to switch between them at any given moment. So you have each character designated to a D-pad button.
Oh, okay.
So I'm assuming something along those lines, like what you can do in GTA 5 the campaign.
Yes.
So you can switch between your 3 characters. I think that would be good in Evolve, having that as the 4 different characters: your tank or shield, healer, trapper, and
then sort of
assault kind of thing, whatever.
Who's going to do the most damage?
Yes. So if you can switch between those 4 at any given moment to use their different skills and abilities, I think that would be quite cool, having the 2 different campaigns and being able to switch between the characters on a certain campaign.
Absolutely.
That would be cool. But then, that's just me speaking. I don't know what the campaign's going to be like. We've only seen multiplayer footage.
We have. I know
that was
there's
about half an hour of it, if that.
was, yeah. I mean, we watched this footage and straight away...
It was just jaw dropped.
We couldn't speak while watching it, apart from the occasional... Whoa!
Yeah.
You know, this game, it looks beautiful. It's a fully interactive world as well.
Oh, yeah.
I mean, one of the things that the programmer said, the guy who's watching me play it, he said the landscape is like another person.
The tracking
The tracking was amazing.
So when you're
you
the
can
hunters,
see the monster's footprints.
but they only last for a certain period of time
They
until
do.
they fade away, just like it would be in real life.
Absolutely.
Like
yeah.
scents and footprints, they will go over time.
Yeah.
Which I find is incredible. You can hunt them down, but if you take too long, if you lose the trail, you have to find them
you've
again.
got to find it again. We'll move on, but we'll put a link in the description.
Oh, definitely.
To the.
I think what we'll
page.
do is we'll put a link to the trailer at least of every game we mention in here, just so people can check out what we've been talking about in case they haven't heard of it or seen it already.
I mean, with Evolve, seriously, pause this podcast, come back to it later, go and watch that trailer.
In fact, no,
Oh my gosh.
you don't even have to come back. Just
you know
go
what?
watch Evolve.
If this is all you take from this podcast,
Go watch
go
Evolve
watch
trailer.
Seriously.
Just go down to the description or whatever and go watch it.
Yeah, absolutely.
Unbelievable.
I mean, speaking of videos we watched today, we watched the video for the Watch Dogs.
Oh my god.
Wow.
Now,
Again.
when Watch Dogs was announced and when I saw the trailers, I was loving it. I want it so bad. The whole aspect of walking through the streets, being able to hack into everything and manipulate your surroundings. It's incredible.
I think the amazing thing is how much you can do with your surroundings.
Oh yeah.
Because every single person has got their own background
Identity.
story. That is, if you think of how big the multiplayer map is going to be, even if it's the same size as GTA 5.
Well, that's what they said in the
how
video.
many people are in that map?
Well, you've not only got the other players, but you've got the AI and
That's
the
what I'm talking
NPCs.
about, the AI and
You've
the
got
NPCs.
everyone.
Everyone has a backstory.
Yeah, it's insane.
So we watched a short video, which was so this guy is walking along doing some sort of bog standard missions, finding out about
Just
people.
walking around and looking at the targets around him, like who's who and what's going on. General kind of what you would do in the game.
Yeah.
Finding leads, missions, possibly.
Yeah. So he then found out that
Someone's
I saw-
hacked into his game.
yes, well, that's what they call it. It's
Yeah,
not, not a hack in the sense
Not-
that most people think, but that's what the game is. It's about hacking.
It is, it's-
So what this other guy has to do is hack his data. Someone puts sort of a hit out, as you would.
Yeah,
And
they find a target wandering around.
Yeah.
And they're like, oh, that's another player, not an AI.
Yep.
Let's hack into him and find out all his details and everything.
Yeah, and I mean, then you get reputation points from it, like experience
Yeah.
points. You get, I think they called it
Notoriety.
notoriety. Sorry, I can't speak English.
I know you can't.
Yeah, I did an English A level pass.
I didn't.
Yeah, can't really
You can
speak
tell.
English.
But anyway, back to the point. The game, you can hack into other players' games. So you're in your own game wandering around and you can see another player who's within your vicinity. And you can then target them and hack into their games. You're in the same world. Now, do you want to explain this bit or?
No, yeah, you carry on.
Okay,
carry
so
on.
basically from there, they then have the task of tracking down who is hacking into their life, basically, in this game. So basically, in that situation, while they're trying to hunt you down, you're trying to kind of hunt them down.
You're trying to
you're-
remain inconspicuous.
You're trying to remain
Yeah.
inconspicuous while still keeping an eye on them and keeping track of what they're doing, but without giving away your position or who you are. And if they find you, then the chase is on. They have to kill you, and you have to escape before they do that. If they manage to kill you, then obviously you failed. But
I mean, something that we found absolutely hilarious is the guy who found the other guy and tried to hack into his game. He was in a taco truck.
yeah,
And
like,
normally,
not bad.
you'd think, so these two videos, they showed one half and the other half
So basically,
so,
each player's perspective.
going from the same point. And this guy rocked up in a taco truck. Now, we rewound the video and
Yeah,
we
just
looked
to
at
prove
that
it.
point. Because, you think, oh, taco truck, it's got a big sombrero on the top.
It's
You're
gonna be
see that.
pretty obvious.
We couldn't remember seeing it at all.
Well, as I said to you earlier when we were watching it, that's one of those things where if you're playing a game by yourself and you're not aware of your surroundings and who's around you, because they can hack in at any time as long as they're in your area. If you're not aware of what's going on, you could just think it's the game. You'd be like, oh, it's just a random van pulling up as part of the game, like it would in GTA or anywhere else in this game. But it's only until something happens and that it sticks out that you notice it. Because it's just like any other game. You wouldn't expect if another car just rocked up. Instead of being in a taco van, he could have been in a standard black car, or even a red car, or a family, like a people carrier.
Yeah.
Could have been anything, but you wouldn't know until something happened. It's just part of the game. Because those taco vans aren't character specific or DLC specifically.
No, not at all.
They'll just be roaming around the city. You'd see several of them if you drove around.
Yep.
So it's just a matter of trying to keep an eye on what's going on around you. It's really, I don't know, it's just one of those things that's hard to kind of get a hold of. You've got to think about so many things at once.
I think though, after you've got past the initial, holy crap, there's so much I can do, I'm scared.
I think
it's going to be phenomenal.
Oh yeah, I
It's
think
gonna be,
eventually when you get that to be your kind of second nature, it's just like, oh, I can hack that, do that. Once you know what you're doing, finding out what's going on and who's doing what will become the fun part. Instead of worrying about everything, every little aspect of it, you can just be like, right, I can use this to my advantage, I can use this, I can use these tactics to find out who's where, and it's one of those games that just has so many possibilities for hacking or escaping or getting your target, anything. It's literally one of the most interactive worlds I've ever seen in a game.
Easily.
It's phenomenal.
I mean, the map's not going to be small either.
Oh no. Well, they were saying it's basically GTA 5 with hacking.
Yeah.
So think about the size of a GTA map in any of the games.
GTA 5 map.
That's incredible. But yeah, it's going to be a big game.
It is indeed. I mean, moving on. I am a big Borderlands fan. Borderlands 1, Borderlands 2, amazing games.
Borderlands 2 by far the best so far.
Yes. I think, however, I prefer the story in Borderlands 1.
Yeah.
Gameplay, Borderlands 2.
Okay.
However, the whole introduction to Pandora in Borderlands 1, amazing.
Oh yeah. But I would still have to say my favourite out of the two is Borderlands 2.
Yeah. So I mean, the game they're bringing out hopefully this year, they're calling a pre-sequel.
Pre-sequel, yeah.
So it'll be the third Borderlands game, but it's pre-Borderlands 1.
Yeah.
Now, I haven't looked that much into it yet.
No.
I mean,
I haven't looked at anything. I want to keep it a surprise.
I do. I want, so much of me wants this game to be amazing.
Right, well, first of all, why don't we start with this then? Since neither of us have actually looked into it, what are you expecting from it? What do you want to see in this new game?
I think, again, expansion of weapons, because...
Oh yeah, because there's not enough of that already.
I don't care. I like finding weapons with the most random names.
Yeah.
You know.
Spatula.
There is actually, I think there's a weapon called the Spatula something.
I wouldn't be surprised.
They've got everything. There's the Granny Killer. It's absolutely ridiculous.
Yeah.
I think what I'm hoping for from this one mainly is sort of an explanation to vaults.
Yeah.
Because, you know...
kind of more of a backstory as to the world you're in.
In the first one, they arrive in Pandora and you're already a vault hunter.
Yeah.
You know, you're there.
You want to know why.
Hunter. Yeah, you want to know...
Well,
it slightly explains what the vaults are and where they're from.
Yeah, but it doesn't do it in that much depth. You want to know who you are, why you're there, and what started all of it. That would be nice.
I'm looking forward to seeing the characters again. Because obviously they've slightly changed in each one.
Yeah. I'm thinking they're going to have a whole new set of characters.
I'm hoping there's still a Siren character though, because she was amazing.
But what I think they're going to have, like they always do, a completely different set of main characters.
Yeah.
But still keeping the ones we know and love scattered around as NPCs and missions.
Yes, yeah, definitely.
Because it's always nice to see the familiar faces.
I mean, Claptrap has got to be in it.
Oh, dude.
If Claptrap's not in it, I will cry.
I was about to say, I'll bawl it like a 3-year-old. I'll probably cry my eyes out.
He's such a funny character.
He's brilliant. He's one of those characters that you want to punch in the face of being so annoying, but the game wouldn't be the same without him. He makes the game because he's so bad, it's good.
Yeah, you want to punch him and hug him simultaneously.
Yeah. It's weird. It's a weird combination of feelings, but the game just wouldn't be the same without him.
No.
You need Claptrap in a Borderlands game.
Absolutely.
Without question.
What other ones on this list are you particularly looking forward to?
Let's have a look.
What have we got on here?
I'm quite liking. Oh, but it's Wii U again. I'm quite liking the idea of a new Mario Kart, but it's Wii U.
Again, Wii U.
If they brought that out like they're doing with Smash Bros, Wii U and 3DS instead of Wii U specific.
I think though there is going to be a 3DS version very soon after.
They're
very surprised if there wasn't.
There has to be.
I mean,
but,
Mario Kart 7 was pretty much a simultaneous release.
Oh yeah.
As Wii and 3DS.
But that's because they were probably announced as both.
Yeah.
Whereas this is only so far that I'm aware of announced as Wii
Yeah,
U.
I haven't seen anything for it yet, for 3DS.
So I'm praying to the Mario gods.
Absolutely.
That
I mean, we watched the first one. Well, we
played the first one.
We played
Mario Kart 64. Yeah.
Yeah, well, you won the first one, I came third.
Yeah.
Then second time we played, because we were playing on such a high quality TV, we got to the snow level and we
were blind.
I mean,
we were snowblind.
It was bright, you know. So we played again. We got to we did, for some stupid reason, the special cup.
Yeah.
Now, I don't know about you. I have played Mario 64 to death, and I've completed it on 50, 100, and 150.
Yep.
We were playing on 100 because we were like, you know what, I haven't played it in a while. You know, I'll take it easy. I'll have a challenge, but not too much of a challenge. Not
kind of ease
oh my
back
god,
into
I'm in
it.
8th fighting for 7th all the time.
Well, yeah, as I said, ease yourself back into the game. Something you haven't played in a while.
Yeah. So we decided to do a special cup. Now, that was interesting.
Oh yeah.
I think you came third, luckily. The last race, Rainbow Road, you came third.
Yeah, but what about the one before that?
Oh god, that was just embarrassing.
That was terrible.
I can't even...
That was horrific.
We were playing on 100cc, and so in a straight line, I'd probably say that Yoshi would go faster than DK.
Oh yeah.
Apparently not.
No. No, not at all.
I'm not entirely sure how.
The one that
works.
annoys me though, Bowser. You tap him tiniest little bit, you go flying.
Yeah, it's like a red shell.
It is literally being red shelled just by hitting it. It's horrible.
Which is really annoying when you're behind him at the start and you get a boost.
Oh yeah.
Bam, straight into him, you're spinning.
Done.
Yeah.
But no, it's also what I think is at the like in this day and age of gaming, it's got to the point where gaming has got easier because the old games, and I'm sure millions of people would agree with me, the old games are harder by far. I remember I played a Simpsons game for the NES.
I didn't even know there was a Simpsons game.
Oh yeah. We'll do something about that at some point. So I want to get a video of you playing that, just so I can get your reaction. You, and I will shake your hand on it now, you will not get past the first level.
Wow.
You will not. Seriously.
Wow. Okay.
It's impossible. It's not the best game, but the point I'm trying to make is games back then were so much harder than they are now.
Oh, definitely.
Yeah, you'll find challenges now, but nothing like back then.
Do you think of the original Rayman game?
Yeah.
That game
Started off a piece of piss,
it did.
but when it got harder, it got harder.
Yeah,
It challenged
there
you.
was noticeable challenges.
It wasn't just like, oh, there's a boss. Okay, this is gonna take some more power.
I completed that game, however, it took a chunk out of my soul. It takes a long time.
And possibly quite a bit of your dignity.
No.
Shouting at the TV repeatedly.
Definitely dignity. Going back to that, dignity in Halo is pretty much impossible. I'm sure you've caught yourself quite a lot of the time. There's a covenant round the corner, you're standing there. You lean with the controller. You sort of catch yourself doing it and you're like...
You fall off the couch.
I've never done that.
I have one.
That is impressive, actually. That is dedication.
It was, but that was with Mario Kart, not Halo.
Right.
You know when you're playing a racer game. You know when you're playing a racer game and you're holding the controller like this, and you're just like, and you lean with it.
Yeah.
At the sheer hope that it will help you turn better. I went a little bit too far.
Okay, well you heard it here first, guys. Ed falls on his ass while playing Mario Kart.
Hey, I get too into it.
Fantastic.
But as we were saying though, it's the difference in difficulty. The fact that we've kind of got it easier now than we did then. Going back to those games presents us with more of a challenge. But it doesn't make them any less fun.
No, not at all.
Because, as we were discussing the other day, you find a game that you haven't played in years, and you shit at it. You can take a million attempts and just like, oh, no. You get angry, you want to break something. But then it clicks, and you're just like, that's how you do it.
Yeah.
How did I not? And then you just breeze through it. It's one of those ones where you just have to get back into the swing of it.
So often it is the simplest thing.
Yeah, press that button.
Yeah.
Instead of running around in a room.
Yeah, and running around the room going, oh, what do I do? What do I do? What do I do?
Yeah, and it's just the simplest.
And then you
little
realise,
thing.
oh, I could pick up that, and that whole level just seems so much easier.
Yeah.
You get on boss fights for that on all the games.
Oh yeah.
Something sort of kind of small and significant you don't tend to notice, especially in
But
the
then
older
when you do
boss
it,
games.
all makes sense.
And you said hours trying to do
yeah.
that one boss fight.
But when you do know what it is, it all clicks. You're
Oh, yeah,
like,
straight
well,
away.
that's obvious.
Yeah.
Why didn't I do that to begin with? And you start kicking yourself. It's like, well, it's there. It's been there the whole time. It's just common sense.
It is completely ridiculous.
But it's one of those things that's kind of what it's designed for. It's meant to kind of make you think. But then when you figure it out, it's like, oh, yeah, okay.
Yeah, you do feel a little bit embarrassed.
Yeah. Especially if you're playing it with like around a mate's house, or you've got people around, and you're like, dude, can't do this level. Just help me, okay? There you go.
Yeah, they pick it up and it's done, and you're like, wow.
Even if neither of you have played it, it's just like, well, why didn't you see that? I saw that as soon as you walked in the room. How did you?
Yeah.
But it's games like that which I love.
Oh, they keep you coming back for more.
Because even though you get frustrated, that's part of the fun, figuring it out. Regardless of how obvious or not so obvious it is, it's the figuring out which is the fun part. You may die 1,000 times,
Yeah.
but it's getting to that point.
Yeah.
Anything you want to say about any games you're playing at the moment?
I
Like,
would
what
say-
are you enjoying, or what are you kind of starting to get into? Like, what are you doing at the moment?
In
game-wise?
anticipation of, well, just before Dark Souls 2 came out, I have played Dark Souls in the past, very infuriating game, and I was like, you know what, before Dark Souls 2 comes out, I'm going to replay Dark Souls 1. I've done it before, I'm sure I can finish it.
Yeah.
I'm not halfway through the game. Dark Souls 2's been out for like a month now.
Yeah.
You know, but it's one of those games that I won't buy number 2 till I finish number 1. So
Yeah.
I'd like to give an honourable mention to Dark Souls here. Because, you know, phenomenal
Oh,
game.
yeah. Unfortunately, I feel kind of bad about this. Dark Souls is a game I still haven't played.
We'll introduce you to it. We'll introduce you to it.
It's one game I've heard so much about. I've heard so many good things. I've just never actually got around to playing it myself.
Get ready for some rage.
Really.
Yeah, absolutely. I mean, you're talking about levels where it's not optional saves. So you can't just
Oh.
hit start and save.
Oh.
You
You have
might
to get to a
having
checkpoint
end
or
up-
something.
Yeah, and that's if you've got things to build the checkpoint. And
Oh. Okay.
such an infuriating game.
Right. I'm kind of scared now, but
Yeah,
at the
trust
same
me,
time,
trust
I'm
me.
quite excited. It sounds like one of those games that takes a lot of work, a lot of effort, and a lot of thinking. But at the same time, it's going to be a great deal of fun.
It is, absolutely.
Yeah, no, I'm looking forward to that. We'll have to try that at some point.
We will definitely. So what are you sort of playing at the moment?
I'm kind of keeping the times. Well, I say time. It's been out a while now, but I'm playing GTA 5 at the moment.
Multiplayer?
Bit of both.
Mainly?
Mainly multiplayer, just hooking up with a few of my friends and going through the missions. I'm really looking forward to the expansion they're bringing out.
Yes.
Introducing the heists from single player into multiplayer.
Yeah.
So you can do like bank robberies
That's gonna
with
be
a
good.
group. That is going to be incredible. Unfortunately, I still haven't reached that point in the single player. So I've done a few heists, but not a bank heist yet. I've done a jewelry store and an armored truck and some other kind of small scale things, but I haven't done a bank yet. So I'm really looking forward to that. But just the thought of it, I can imagine, without even playing it yet, I can imagine that bank robberies and heists in multiplayer is going to be just undoubtedly the best thing to ever happen to GTA.
Oh, it's going to be a lot of fun.
It will
It's gonna
be
a lot of fun.
incredible. But yeah, at the moment I'm just doing GTA and rocking through the single player. Really liking the controls, the detail, the graphics, the character design. They look cool. Their backstories are insanely clever. They're really well written. If you haven't given, like not everyone's a GTA fan, but if you have,
No, I've never been much of a GTA fan.
if I was you, not as a GTA fan, so ignoring the fact you don't like, just pretend it's not GTA.
Okay.
Just try it literally for the story and the comedy in it. The characters are just so funny, clever, witty, sometimes extremely stupid, but it's brilliant. It's a lot of fun. So try and think of it as a single game on its own, not a GTA. And I guarantee you'll enjoy it if you play through the story. It's a lot of fun.
So yeah, thank you for listening to our first podcast, guys.
Yeah, it's been interesting.
It has. It's been good fun. So, you know, go and check out the games that we're going to put trailers to and links to.
Yeah, all in the description. Yep.
Definitely, if you haven't checked out our 2 honourable mentions, we'll link them as well to the website.
And they were
Dark Souls
Dark
and
Souls
GTA.
and GTA.
So Dark Souls 1 and 2, even though I haven't played 2 yet, I've had good things.
Yep.
So I've been Tom.
I don't know. We've been talking for so long, I've lost track of who I am and where.
I've actually aged 10 years.
Really?
Yeah.
So today you've aged 11 years.
I have.
How does that feel?
Not great, I have to say. I'm feeling tired. I need a bit of a nap. However, we have Halo 4 to play.
There's no time for naps when Halo 4
There
is.
is absolutely no time for naps.
Well, in that case then, I've been Ed, this has been Tom.
Indeed it has.
Take it easy guys.
Have a good day.
Bye bye.